Hi everyone! So this is my newest journal and I'm very proud of this journal. I think it's so beautiful and I want to show you everything about it. So I made this journal and I made everything, the cover, and for closure I have this piece of fabric that I think it matches. It's lovely. You don't need it, but it's just here in case you want it. And I have this vintage piece of a jewelry, and the cover, it's similar to another cover that I made two at the same time, and I think it was from the Angelique journal, but this one it's a little different. So I made this patchwork using a lot of vintage fabric that I have, and I'm not very good at stitching, but I did this, and I did some flowers here with gold, and it's beautiful lace, and this piece of jewelry, and it's beautiful trim here, and this is the back. I love this. All this fabric, they are fabric that I kept, and they're vintage, and they're my favorite ones, so I use it for the cover. And on the inside, I really like how this first page turned out. So this is an image from a French document, and here I made a pocket out of an antique book page. I added some texture, and let me open. So here inside the pocket there is this tag, and this is actually image from myself one of those shadow images when I was 16. Somebody made for me, and I just printed here, and I added this flower and a butterfly. So I made this frame, and here when you open, I think it's so beautiful. So I made this window, and so pretty, so delicate. So there is this small tag that goes in the window with this lovely image, and there's a lot of images from my French Belle kit. I use it a lot in this journal. There's a lot of the images. So this is from the French Belle kit, and I made into a card, and it's so pretty, this image. So I added a jewelry here, and this is from an antique French book. Is the spine, and it was gone, so I used it to make this card, and I added this beautiful lace. And here is an antique French document. It's from 1875, something like that, I think so, and it's gorgeous, so pretty. So this is the original document, and I put it here in the front page, but you can change. So beautiful with the seal stamp. And this is the original French document, and I added some lace. Here it's another piece of a French document, which I added a rose here, and it's open, and it's also a tuck spot, and there there is this beautiful card that I made with an image from the French Belle kit. I added the lace, and it's I made it in a antique book page, and there's a lot of roses. I love roses, and there's this rose book page here, which I love it. And this journal, I think it's one of my favorites. This and the one that I did before, the Angelique, I think they're my favorite ones. It's gorgeous. And here it's my bead dyed paper. This is an antique postcard which was never used. Vintage wallpaper. Here it's an antique photograph postcard. And collage. Here it's a pocket. This beautiful image from French postcard. It's in the kit, the French Belle. This is another image from the kit, and it's so pretty. So I made a collage with the image. This is my berry dyed paper, and I made this lovely card or tag with this embossed paper, which I painted in gold, and this angel charm and trim. There's a lot of beautiful tabs. This is a piece of vintage jewelry. Here it's a vintage doily that I made it into a tuck spot. This is a beautiful page from an art book. I love to add art in my journal. I think they give, some extra touch and colors. I love it to use art pieces, images. So this is a flip, and you can write here and here. It's a large flip, and this is vintage wallpaper. This beautiful art image, gold stamp, gold embossed paper. Here it's original French envelope with the letter inside. I made a collage here with the vintage wallpaper, gold wallpaper. And this is the letter. So you go inside the envelope here. Here it's a tiny tuck spot. Another rose page. Here's some French. Actually, this is a French ephemera, and this is a piece from an antique postcard. This is a French ledger paper with a beautiful, I love those beautiful gold trims that I have. I use it as tabs. It's so pretty. Here you can open, and if you want you can glue and made it as a pocket. And this is a texture paper that I added some gold. This is my berry dyed paper. This is a tag that I made with scraps of lace. I end up with a lot of scraps of lace So I glued them all together here in this French book page, and then I just stitch it around. I think I have a video on Instagram about this. It was so easy, and I used a lot of my lace scraps for this. And this is another pocket. It's a vintage doily. Antique French ledger paper. This is a pocket with this beautiful image. So here it's a little pocket. This is another French envelope that I made into a page, and it's a tuck spot here. This is original, and I made a pocket, so it's a pocket, and this is vintage wallpaper. This is a ticket, and this is from my French documents kit, and I printed in this tracing paper, so I added here in the pocket. This is another pocket that I made, and I added this, I think it's a card, photograph card, and I made a pocket. This is also from the French Belle kit. This is a charm. And the center of the journal, it's beautiful image from a vintage wallpaper, and it's also included in the French Belle kit, and I love to use it as a center page. I think it's beautiful. Love the colors. And here it's a trim that I made into a pocket, and this is the back of the envelope. I made a collage with original vintage wallpaper, some lace, and this is a simple card that I made. I think I also have the video of this, I think in my Instagram maybe, and I painted these little roses here, and here is a page also from my French document digital kit, and I made this little envelope into a flap, so you can write here. This is some French ephemera. This is from a vintage baby cloth. Here it's another rose that I painted. I made into a tuck spot, so pretty. And this is the image that I have. I have this photograph, so it looks like this, and I printed on this cardboard paper, and I added this seal, and it's a lovely little card. This is a tuck spot I made. I think this is from the French Belle, so I made into a tuck spot. And here it's a fabric pocket, and this image is from my antique postcard kit. I have 3 of them. I don't know which one is this, but I had this antique postcard from 1911, and I didn't like the front, so I kept the back. The back is original. I just glued the image from the other postcard in the front, and I made into this card. Here it's a collage with French ledger papers. Here it's another large lace pocket, and this card, it's so pretty. So this image is from one of my first digital kits. I think it's antique book pages, and it's black and white. So I just use watercolors and I painted on top of it, and I think it looks lovely. Added some embossed paper. I think it's so pretty, this card. I love painting on images that are black and white using watercolor. I think it's pretty. This is image from a book, I believe. This is just a piece. I think it's so pretty. This is a vintage painting book that I have, so I added here. You can use it, you can make a card out of it if you want. This is a French encyclopedia page, and this is a original French document. So this is the document, and I made a pocket here, and this is original photograph card, and I added this. And in the back there's another pocket here, and this is the back of the French document. Oh, this page is so pretty. This image is also in the French Belle kit, and I made a pocket and I added vintage tape and made a collage. This is my berry diet paper. Oh, this card, I love this. So I made this card with an image from an art book, and I added this pressed flower that I had. I added this wax seal, which I painted with gold, and I added this piece of fabric here, and I made it in the back of an old antique envelope. I think it's a vintage envelope, not that old. And here it's a flip. This is also from the French Belle kit, and you can write. There's a charm here. This is sterling silver and crystal. And this is another postcard image from my antique postcard kit, but this one I added diet paper in the back, vintage wallpaper, embossed paper, some fabric. Here it's a pocket, a little collage, this beautiful trim. This is my bead diet paper. Here this flip, it's a vintage photo album page. I made into a flip, so you can write here, you can glue something on this page. The rose book. Oh, here is this beautiful piece of lace that I have. So I think it's so pretty. And the vintage French document. It's a tuck spot that I made, and I added this two little cards. And this is also a pocket here. And this is the back of the cover. And this is the back cover. So beautiful, this journal. I hope you like it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.